Hey, so here's how I plan to use AI to scale my agency to over $100,000 a month as quickly as possible. And I actually did work for Elon Musk's company building AI, so maybe you'll get a little different perspective than most other agency owners that you see out here, just because I've kind of, been behind the scenes. So who am I in terms of online business right now? My main focus is building up an agency for home service businesses. And I also have experience with coaching and info products as well. But just kind of want to touch on my professional background as well, because we're talking about AI here. So I actually studied computer science at Northeastern University. And yeah, that kind of brought me out to Medellin for the first time. I got an internship out here, software engineer at Amazon Web Services, and then most recently at XAI, which is Elon Musk's ChatGPT competitor. I was one of the earlier people on the team, and I really saw it kind of get built up from almost nothing. And it was really, really interesting to just see everything behind the scenes. So now that I'm back in the agency space, just trying to go a lot more heavy on AI. So this is my Instagram, by the way. Probably the best way to get in touch if you're interested in anything. And I like to keep this as simple as possible. These are my plans for the next, couple months probably, for all I need to do to just get to $100,000 a month. And it's really simple. The first thing comes down to more volume, okay? Right now I have a system where I can get unlimited appointments every single day. It's so cracked. Yesterday, I got, I think, between 50 and 20 appointments booked with no work, and it's really a small percentage of what's possible with this system that I'm running. So the first thing is really just increasing that volume, getting a lot more throughput through the system, which means hiring more setters, first of all. And I want to say thank you to Elon here, because I witnessed XAI onboard a massive amount of people every single week into a company where the system was still getting built and they were just rapidly expanding. Even though there were all these little things that could have been optimized, they were really just focused on building and scaling it as quickly as possible. And I want to take that mindset into my own business and just hire a lot more people, put a lot more throughput in the system, and really just think a lot bigger, in terms of what I can do. For example, a lot of people think, oh, I want to get an appointment setter, right? Get more appointments. It's like, okay, I'm trying to hire 50. We're thinking differently. So that's something that I definitely took from being at XAI, just kind of being able to think large like that. Also, Elon's autobiography as well, dude's just crazy. But now that we have a lot more volume, the next constraint is going to be quality, right? So even though right now I can get unlimited appointments, that's probably not the smartest decision right off the bat, because they're going to be probably less qualified than I would like them to be. There's going to be a lot of no-shows and stuff like this. So now that we have this massive amount of volume of calls that we're able to get, we need to just qualify them a lot more and filter them a lot more. I only want to be on calls, or I only want my closers on calls with people who know what we do, who have been qualified, who have been educated on our process and everything like that, right? So that comes down to me creating more pre-call indoctrination content assets. That's kind of a mouthful. I don't know, I could figure a better way to call it. But basically, instead of my setters needing to talk to these people on the phone, me needing to talk to these people on sales calls, closers, and all of this, I would like to create more leverage in the sales process and have sales assets built out. So more videos, more things to help people understand what we do. Just more things like this to create massive leverage in filtering the kind of unqualified people out, and then warming up the people who are qualified and getting them even more excited and ready to buy than they would have been before, okay? And in addition to having more indoctrination assets, I also would like to lengthen the sales process, or at least add some friction to it is maybe a better way to talk about it, because it's not about really increasing the time. It's more so about increasing the amount of touch points and friction and qualification that people go through before actually booking a call, okay? So the initial focus with my appointment setting process was we would do a quick qualification to learn, if they could potentially be a good fit, and then just go ahead and book the call, right? So the main goal was getting the call booked. Now the new focus is going to be, first of all, going into a deeper discovery, but instead of going right into booking a call, we're going to go into education. And this is where we're going to use these pre-call indoctrination assets. So instead of just going ahead and booking the call, it's going to say, okay, we think it might work. We need to get them going through our content, going through our stuff, educating themselves, seeing if it's good, giving us confirmation that they actually are interested, and then we'll book a call. And this could technically happen in the same amount of time that we're currently booking calls with, but there's just a lot more friction. So, the people who aren't good fits aren't going to come. The people who are good fits are going to be more ready. They're going to show up more and stuff like that. And then lastly is more AI. I just can't stop thinking about this, especially because of just my unique background in terms of working at XAI, the computer science and all of that. I'm really realizing that I need to differentiate myself from other SMMAs and kind of make use of my past experience in AI and leverage that to be more AI implementation and infrastructure oriented. So I think that there will probably be a lot more resonance with the people I'm talking to. Like in my life, I've always kind of been the tech dude. So, when I'm working with these home service businesses where they probably are super outdated with a lot of stuff, it's very easy for me to have that authority in terms of what we're doing with the computers and all of that stuff. And something else that I like about this is I can still provide massive amounts of value, but have it be like deliverable based instead of like results and sales based. Like obviously what I'm doing with AI will still help them make more sales and stuff like that. But basically, as I shift to being more AI implementation and AI infrastructure oriented, my business is going to be less dependent on running ads and more dependent on just kind of like software and implementation, which makes the like deliverable transaction just a lot better. You know what I mean? Because it's not like they're paying me and I have to go get them these results and all of that. It's like they pay me, then they can get this system implemented. That's something I kind of like. But we'll see how it goes. I need to test the offers and all of that. And then on my end for my business, basically I would like to automate the sales process and shift from delegation to automation. So up here, the current step where I'm at is to hire more setters, because that is the clearest way to drastically increase the amount of volume going through the system. But after that, my goal is to shift away from being dependent on delegation to more dependent on automation. So the first step there would be increasing each setter's leverage with AI. Basically, this means that, if a setter could previously book 5 appointments per day, if we give them the right systems and the right AI and all of that, can they book 10? If so, that's the first focus. Then after that, it's okay, how can we reduce the amount of setters and have it be more code? But realistically, that's super far out. And automation is always better than delegation in most cases, if the automation can actually work, right? So once it works, obviously, I would much rather have code doing this than people. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. More volume, get a lot more throughput going through the system, ultra qualify this volume so only the best people are actually booking calls, and then lastly shifting to more AI focused, which basically just means being more like focused on giving a deliverable infrastructure for the business to use, like kind of like a SaaS type of thing, instead of it being more so like ads and lead generation. So that's kind of everything that like I need to do over these next couple months to ideally get it to over $100,000 a month. I think what's really powerful here is if I really crack the AI systems and all of that, then the fulfillment could be ultra leveraged and not really based on like time as much as it is right now. So yeah, this is basically just me trying to capture like where I'm at right now and where I want to. And yeah, the best place to reach out is definitely Instagram. So I'm super active there. I respond to everyone who hits me up. And yeah, I love chatting with you guys who watch these videos, love connecting with you guys. And also, just so you know kind of what type of guy I am, I love meditation, I love technology, agency, sales, traveling the world, kind of all these things. So if any of that resonates with you, just shoot me a follow. I'd love to connect. And cheers, thanks for watching this video. Have a splendid rest of your day.